What's going on, trainers? The future of Kardmi has never been brighter, and I have been lucky enough to secure an interview with the design team behind Kardmi, and they shared a lot of ideas and shined a lot of lights on different things that are coming to Kardmi, and I can't wait to talk about all the different things that we talked about, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So first and foremost, I want to thank the dev team as well as community manager Robin for getting these answers back to me as quickly as you guys could. I know you guys were hard at work and working on season 2 as well as the seasons beyond Kirby, and I could not be more happy with the way the game is heading. So let's dive into, I have about 12 questions that the Kardmi team has answered, and we'll start with number 1. It says, with Season 2 Dreamscape out in the players' hands now, how has the community reception been? And they said, from the feedback we received so far, most trainers have gained a much better understanding and acceptance towards the seasonal reincarnation system. Compared to the concerns that people had at the beginning of the seasonal resets, players are now more focused on what is new, challenge-wise, content-wise, and progression opportunities that each season can bring. We're also very happy to see that the Dream-themed storyline, new regions to explore, and also a newly released Ancient Kardmi have been so well received by many trainers. The fastest progressing Season 2 trainer have already reached Lone Star City, where the main story is entering one of its most important turning points. Compared to Season 1, trainers will see Lone Star City at the height of its glory, and I'm super excited about that. While the appearance of another Elder will reveal even more secrets hidden within the continent of Gurdon. As the theme of Season 2 suggests, Dreamscape. Where is the boundary between dreams and reality? Which memories are true, and which are merely illusions? We'll let the trainers discover these answers for themselves throughout the journey. That said, we've also seen feedback from trainers who feel that Season 2 doesn't differ enough from Season 1, and we're hoping for more surprising new features. This is something we're actively working on. As a relatively small development team, we constantly need to balance new content development, bug fixes, performance optimization, and preparation for future seasons. We often establish a season's core framework first and then continue expanding it through subsequent updates rather than releasing everything day 1. Alright, question number 2 is, on average, how long does it take to design and test a card game? And their answer is, from an initial concept and design stage to implementation and testing and balance adjusting, a card game typically takes around 2 months to complete. Of course, we work on multiple card game simultaneously, so several new card game can be in development at the same time. This is kind of crazy to think about when you consider that Season 2 brought us over 20 new card game. So that's insane to think about how many I'm not really sure. They mentioned that they have a small small team, so I'm not sure how many they had in development at one time, how many they were working on at one time. Just crazy to think that they were kind of able to whip this around in about 3 months to give us all these new card for Season 2. We're moving right along. Let's talk about question number 3, which I said, how was the team able to deliver such stellar narrative content so consistently? Like, what is the creative process? And I genuinely do believe this because I think, like I said, I mentioned in my most recent short that I posted, Kardmi, bar none, has some of the best narrative content of any Monster Tamer game I've ever played. And not just Monster Tamer, but just some of the best narrative, especially on mobile. Like, I've never played a mobile game that's had a better narrative. And there are even console games where I look at Kardmi and I was like, man, Kardmi's narrative is better than this. But anyway, their answer was, at the end of the day, we're fans of monster collecting games ourselves. And many of us grew up playing games in the genre. So every story, character, and lore building decision comes from a genuine passion of these kind of adventures. Creating a long-running story is never easy, and we encounter plenty of challenges throughout development. But we always do our best to refine, polish every detail so we can deliver memorable experiences for our trainers. Number 4. I said, which out of the existing Kardmi, which is currently you guys' favorite? Right now, they said our current favorite is Pikagare. She's incredibly powerful and performs well in both PvP and PvE. Beyond that, she's one of the most story-rich Kardmi in the game, and we're currently working on her exclusive side story, which will allow trainers to learn much more about her and her personality. So that's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to get my hands on that because I think adding these side stories to Legendary Kardmi to kind of flesh out their backstories is a really, really cool narrative decision, and I think it can add so much world building and lore to the game, and I'm really excited to dive into that. I hope they don't stop at Pikagare. I hope they dive into other side stories from other Legendary Kardmi in the game. That'd be so cool. Question number 5. Is there any Kardmi unreleased that you may think will become a new fan favorite? And they, of course, said that's something we can't reveal just yet. What we can say is we're prepared some exciting surprises for trainers, and we hope that you'll love them once they're finally introduced. Alrighty. Question 6. I said in Season 1 we saw 11 ancient Kardmi get added to the game, and then just the other day we had that announcement about the new ones. It looks like we're going to be getting a lot more in Season 2. Is that something we should come to expect seasonally? So I was basically asking, I was like, okay, every season are we going to get 11 new ancient Kardmi added? Because that's a pretty big deal. And they said, absolutely. New Kardmi will continue to be added to the game for a monster collecting RPG. New creatures don't just provide additional collection goals, but they also create new team combinations, strategies, and stories to explore. And this is, right here, this is, when I was skimming over this initially, when I first responded, I kind of overlooked it. I went back and reread it, and my mind was blown. I was like, no way. They're actually doing this. So, it says, in the future, and who knows, in the future, trainers may encounter not only new ancient Kardmi, but entirely new types of Kardmi variants as well. That is something that I have been preaching and asking for since I picked up Kardmi, that I thought the game could benefit from a little bit more variation when it comes to like the Kardmi types. This is awesome, and I'm super duper excited for this. I mean, this could be huge, honestly. Especially when you look at games like Anemo, which I think Anemo is Kardmi's biggest competition. I think hands down right now, Kardmi is the best mobile monster tamer out there. Anemo hitting the market pretty soon will be their biggest competition, and to survive it, they're going to need variety. And I think they're already preparing for that, and I'm really, really excited to see where that goes. Question 7, I asked, how long is each season going to be? And they said, our goal is to give the trainers enough time to experience the season's core content without feeling rushed, and as a result, seasons will generally remain within a reasonable duration. Though we'll continue adjusting the length based on player feedback and real gameplay data. So I'm going to assume that they're probably going to stay within that 4-month range. We'll see. Some may be a little shorter, some may be a little longer, depending on if they have any unexpected hiccups or delays or whatnot. We'll just see. I don't think we're going to see any that are going to be much shorter than 4 months. 3 to 4 months, but we'll see. Question 8. Have you and the team already begun work on Season 3 and 4? They said, yes, in fact, while many players are exploring the current season, our team is usually already working on future content. Beyond Season 3, we've already begun planning for even further ahead to ensure that both lore building and overarching storyline remain consistent and connected over the long term. I think that's really good. I think that really shows a lot of dedication there on their part to make sure that story stay consistent the long way. And I'm sure they probably have an end game in mind of how they want this story to end. And I'm really excited to see where that goes because, like I said, the story is just so fantastic. This is another new feature that I'm super excited for right here. Question 12 that I asked them. Because I asked them about 15 questions, they just picked about 12 of them to answer. So I asked, are there any new features that we can expect in Season 3? And they said, quite a few new features are currently being planned in development. One feature that we can already reveal is the color customization system, in which we will allow trainers to give their Kardmi more personalized color schemes. We're excited to share more details as the developments progress. This is a master stroke, man. This is something that I have been asking for, and I noticed I threw out some criticism in season 1 that too many shiny Kardmi had the purple and pink palettes, and that was a sentiment that was echoed about around the community. And when season 2 came out, we saw a lot less pink and purples, and I was super excited about that. But this, they're saying, hey, we're going to give you guys the freedom to customize your card name however you want to color wise, and that is amazing. Like I said, that's going to give it an unparalleled advantage above other Monster Tamer games, because where else are you going to be able to go to get that kind of customization on mobile? You're not going to be able to go anywhere. All right, we've got 2 more questions here. This next question is, will there be a new location in Season 3? And they said, absolutely. Every reincarnation or season marks the beginning of a new journey, and the new journey brings new regions and new stories waiting to be discovered. Super excited about that. Not really sure where this is going to be. We still have that kind of icy mountainous region on our map that has nothing on it right now. So it could be there, may not, but we will keep our eyes peeled, and as soon as I know more, I will let you guys know. And the last question I asked them, what is the theme for Season 3? And they said, we'll have to keep that a secret for now. However, trainers who pay close attention to the later chapters of Season 2 may notice a few hints about what's coming next, and some of the clues for Season 3 are already within the current story. I'm on the 3rd arena. I'm super duper excited. I've kind of been lackadaisical, kind of been taking my time when it comes to this season. But I'm really excited to get to Lone Star City. I really want to see the changes that they've made. I really want to experience the end of the story, because they mentioned that it's a critical turning point. And I want to see some of these hints, and so I can start kind of formulating some theories about what I think may come in the future. But I'm really, really excited. Overall, I think this interview led to several new things that have been announced that are exciting to see. The new variants of Kardmi, as well as the ability to actually choose our color schemes for these Kardmi. Amazing changes. And it's really going to add a lot of replayability to the game, in my opinion at least. Because a big part of monster taming is you want to feel like that bond with your Kardmi, and I feel like being able to color it, be able to name it, be able to have it at your home, that really strengthens your bond, and I'm really excited for it. But I'm really planning and being really excited. Like I said, I'm super excited for the future Kardmi. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If there's any questions that you guys wish I had asked, maybe I can ask them again in the future. Season 3 or whatnot. I would love to do another interview with these guys. These guys are amazing. Let me know what you guys are most excited about for the future of Kardmi and what you guys would like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.